Hello there, my name is Valerie White-Williams, and today I'm talking about the new lunar eclipse that is happening tomorrow. So eclipses bring changes. There are crisis points where there's going to be some shifts, major shifts coming down the pike. So right now this lunar eclipse is on the full moon, and then we have a solar eclipse coming again on December 4th. So they come in pairs. So we have the lunar eclipse. It's kind of like a crisis point. That's what a full moon is. It's like this dichotomy. And right now we have the eclipse in Taurus, and it's 27 degrees Taurus. And of course, the moon and the sun are in what we call opposition of the chart, because it's like this. That's what a full moon is. And this is a bit more dramatic there's other things going on about this, because eclipses are always dramatic. That just happens. It's like this crisis point. It is in Taurus, and Taurus is fixed Earth. So this is a lot of the Earth cleaning things up. Humans have screwed it up, and not us humans living our daily lives, but the authorities, the people who are the unelected authorities, are the ones that are screwing it up, not us. Because there's so much corruption and there's so much things that are being exposed. So be prepared for some exposure happening, because it's always a crisis point when we have a full moon, let alone an eclipse. Now, the other thing that's going on with this is that we have an opposition that's really close in Mars and Uranus. Now, Mars is the planet of action, and then Uranus is the planet of sudden things that just come out from nowhere. And so we need to be prepared for sudden shocks to the system. Now, I don't know how you can prepare for them when they show up, but we just have to be aware that we are coming into some treacherous times right now, because the power players that want to keep controlling the planet don't want to give up. Where there's this underpinning of people that are tired of it. They're tired of being told what to do by unelected people that put themselves over every other people. And these people usually have lots of money, and they can use money to pay off people. And it's kind of a sick, crazy game right now. So this is what's going on. And this is a crisis point. We are at a crisis point because we came here to live on an earth where everybody has what they need without creepy overlords controlling that stuff. Before, in millennia, people lived on the earth, and they lived with their communities, and that's how it was, really, in prehistory. And there is evidence, but no one wants to talk about it, because it's assumed that we're always going to be under some controllers, because it's been that way for a long time, but it hasn't always been that way. And there's evidence when you go into archaeological digs, and no one talks about archaeology anymore. They don't want to talk about it. So anyway, some big changes are coming down the pike. So what you need to do is meditate. That's the solution. I'm planning to stay up till midnight and do some meditation and some visualizing to kind of harness this energy, because we are going to have some shifts, and it's going to be dramatic. The next couple months is going to be pretty interesting. So the interesting thing about also this Taurus eclipse is it's in the 27th degree. And with my teacher, Connie Kaplan, 27 degrees represents peace. And it's not like peace, no war and things like that, but it's a cosmic peace. It's a cosmic peace that is enveloping us. And so peace moves beyond absence of war or strife, which has usually been manipulated, just saying, for gain or control. It's like some chess game, but peace. So visualize the world where we don't have that. I think we're almost like in this jail, and we can't really see outside it, because it's always been jails with jailers and controllers. But this is a chance to visualize something else. We can break out, and that's what's happening all over the planet right now. And the more people do that, the better. Now, here's the thing: we need to visualize it. Everything that comes visualizing. And once you visualize things, it's going to come down with that. Then coming up is the solar eclipse, and that kind of consolidates that. And that's going to come up in Sagittarius. So I'll probably talk about that later, but these are these shifts that are coming in to shift our culture and make changes. Now, there's one other thing that is very interesting because, of course, this lunar eclipse is in Taurus, but there's also what we have is the nodes, the nodal axis of the moon. So in your natal astrology chart, normally we have the north node and the south node, and they're again in a polarity. And where the north node is where you need to be focused on because you need to break out of what you've done in the past. And the south node feels comfortable and it feels familiar, but if you go into your south node, you're not really going anywhere. You're kind of still spinning your wheels. We're meant to go to the north node, and that's in your chart. So we also have the north node and south node in the world chart right now, and it actually goes backwards. It's the only thing that goes backwards. So right now, the north node is in Gemini at 1 degree, and then it's going to go to 0 degree, and then it's going to switch into Taurus. And that I checked, and that's going to happen December 23rd. Now on the other side of Gemini, so right now it's 1 degrees Gemini, it's 1 degrees Sagittarius. And so when that starts flipping, it's going to go into Scorpio. Now here's the thing about the nodes with the society that we're in. So we are supposed to be focused on Gemini. And Gemini is a planet of communication, of logic, of about sharing information. And then Sagittarius, as a culture, we were supposed to be clearing out the negativity of Sagittarius, because that's kind of how it works. We're clearing out the abuse, and then we're focusing on the places we're supposed to focus on. But what happened is Sagittarius is mutable fire. And so what's happened with this transit is that we really haven't had a chance to express that Gemini. We've been shut down. We've shut down with mass. People can't talk. They can't share information. There's propaganda everywhere, blocking information. So that is not in our best interest. Our best interest was supposed to be sharing information without shutting things down, which is to our detriment, unfortunately. And then with Sagittarius, it's fire. So what's been going on? People are fire, there's burning, there's, it's people that are sharing information that's crazy or out of control. Not that Sagittarius is all these things. So I'm not saying Sagittarius is bad, but the darker side of Sagittarius, riling people up, all these, people that are protesting and burning things. So that's kind of where and it's been out of balance. We're not supposed to be doing that stuff. We're supposed to be sharing information and communicating in an open play without shutting down, because things have just shut down. People used to have debates. That used to be a thing. And people can communicate and agree to disagree, but everything's been shut down because of this, what's going on the planet, which is not going to last. It never will. The dark side is going to lose. So, but that's what's going on right now. And unfortunately, we weren't able to explore the ideas of Gemini and this information. I mean, kind of with the computers, but there's been so much shutdown of information, calling things fake news because there's money behind that. So we're almost done with that shift. And so now we're going to go into Taurus. And Taurus is the Earth Mother. And that's what we'll be focusing on: our children, our families, our communities, the Earth. And then Scorpio is going to be in the South Node. And Scorpio is kind of the hidden things. Scorpio is fixed water. And so it's going to be a bit more, so we'll have to see what will be exposed, because of course they're going to want to clamp down all that stuff. That's what's going to go on. We're going to try and suppress everybody. We're going to clamp down on information. We're not going to let secrets out that people are waiting for. But the focus is going to be moving into Taurus, which is earth, fixed earth, and beautifying the earth and our health and our bodies. So these are interesting times, and that's why I really encourage everybody to have spiritual practices or ways that you can let go of the tension and the stress. I mean, I like to look and keep track of what's going on in the world affairs, but you got to limit it sometimes because it can really create stress for everybody. But that's what's going on. So right now, that Taurus lunar eclipse is kind of a forebringer of what's to come as we keep going in this planetary globe. But here's the deal. We came here for this. We really did. Because we came here to realize that we are at a crisis point on our planet. And so the predators, the parasites that are parasiting off of us need to go. They need to go. And they're going to go. But they're making a fight. But the more that we recognize it and see it, the more we can call it out. And again, we just need to get on the same wavelength. Once we all agree that we don't need parasites and unelected creepy people telling us what to do, who make laws for us that they don't obey, this is not okay. It is not okay. And we need to stop worshiping politicians, celebrities. Those people we can't learn from them. We need to trust our inner wisdom because there's just too much propaganda and shutting down of information. And it's not healthy for all of us, unfortunately, because these people have an agenda and it's usually driven by money and control. So this is what's happening, and we just need to be aware of it because it's not pretty. And unfortunately, we're going to see a lot of ugly stuff coming up. So we need to kind of be strong because things are going to be exposed, and it's not going to be things that are going to be happy to look at, but we need to see it. So that's where that Scorpio is we have to let that energy come out. Now, again, we're going to have, of course, the Sagittarius coming in, and Sagittarius in the new moon that's coming up is going to be righteous, and it's going to take energy to let people open up. It's kind of like the preacher energy. It's fire, and it's mutable, and mutable means change. So there's going to be a lot more change coming up. All right, I hope this helps. I know I wish I could give you better news, but we are coming through the storm right now, and you just need to stay strong, be grounded in the earth. The earth has her own wisdom, and we're getting lots of help from outside areas. Just know that. All right, and I also want to let you know of my free group called Creative Soul Alignment, and that's a group for people that are interested in spirituality and creativity. And when we're united in that, because we are here to create this world, we came here for this. We need to remember that, and that's how we're going to get together. All right, take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.